In this video, I'm going to give you the 4 steps to improving your life and actually getting onto the monk mode protocol that you could have gone onto this entire time. Now, I'm going to do some assuming here. You are ages 13 to 17 and you want to improve your life, and for the past few months you've tried every single day trying to improve your life, but you keep slacking back to the bad habits. You keep making excuses, saying some of the bad habits that you do are good. You keep just falling back into that cycle again and again and again, and you're stuck. You're stuck in this feeling of like, you know what things would help you. You know meditation is good for you. You know going to the gym is good for you. You know getting off your phone and stopping scrolling on TikTok is good for you, but you don't do it. And that is called the self-improvement depression stage. And what I'm going to do is this full guide. If you just turn off your brain and listen to me, right? And you full screen this video and just stare at me while I give you this gold information, right? If you just do that, you will get out of this stage and you will find light in self-improvement. You will finally start to make progress that you've never made before, because maybe there's this point in your life where you've tried to improve your life and you've never been able to succeed, and you just give up. You'd say this stuff isn't real. You think self-improvement does not work, but little do you know, it does work. There is just one thing, and one thing only, that is limiting you from making progress. And in this video, I will break down the entire process to getting onto such a disciplined path in life that improves you to such a high level. There is going to be points in this video that your brain is not going to want to do. That your Jeffrey brain, that your retard brain will pipe up and it will say to you, oh, that you don't have to do that. You don't have to listen to him. Just know that your brain has led you astray. And you are here at this point where you need to fix your life, where you need to, you just don't understand how to improve in life, and you've been slacking and you've been gooning and you've been playing video games and you just can't get out of this nightmare which is your life. Your brain has led you here. So just know before you try to disagree with anything I say in this video, because I know my brain used to pipe up the same way your brain is piping up right now as we speak. Your brain's probably trying to get defensive against me, saying, oh, okay, this guy's just this guy's arrogant, this guy. No, it's just listen to what I'm saying. Just listen, bro. Your brain has led you here, and if you are being honest, you don't like what point of life that you're in right now. So it's either you listen to me or you just remain mediocre. So the first step in this protocol is realizing that your bad habits are bad and accepting that those bad habits are bad things for you. Now, in this part of the video, right, you need to accept the habits that you do are bad. They are fundamentally hindering you from making progress in life. Now, let me just list a few of these habits. Scrolling, playing video games, watching porn, eating junk food, hanging out with degenerate friends who vaping, weed, MDMA, all of these things are bad. They are bad. Drugs, they are bad. And you need to affirm to yourself that these habits that you do are bad. They are bad for you. They don't serve you in any way, shape or form. That is the first step, because if you don't acknowledge yourself, if you don't acknowledge to yourself that these habits that you do are bad, then you will not make any progress in self-improvement. Because a lot of people think self-improvement is, oh, go to the gym. And yeah, sure, it is. But the thing is, They're the type of people who are okay with playing 1 hour of video games. They're the type of people who are okay with vaping. They are okay with, one whiff, bro, one whiff. Oh, 1 hour of video games, bro. A little bit porn is fine. They're the type of people who make these excuses. And you know what? To be fair, you are probably one of these people. You need to understand, bro. For you to make any progress in self-improvement, you need to get rid of every single bad habit. That last moment when you get rid of that bugging bad habit that you've had, that you've defended this entire time. When you get rid of that habit, and all of the other habits, that is when you start to make progress. That is when you see the results of delayed gratification over instant gratification. That is when you start to realize, oh, self-improvement actually works. The reason why you're not seeing gains just yet in this path early on, right, is because you refuse to cut out the cancers that you still kept in your life. There's some habits that you still haven't cut out, or maybe a lot of habits that you still have not cut out. You've been learning that meditation's good. You've been learning that not scrolling on your phone is good. You've been learning that playing video games is bad for you. Watching porn is bad for you. Gooning is bad for you. Eating junk food is bad for you. You've learned that. Now it's just time that you implement it. So the first step, let me repeat, to summarize, is to cut out these bad habits. Is to understand that these bad habits are bad. Step 2 is limiting beliefs. This part of the guide is all about limiting beliefs. You need to understand there are limits in your brain. There are thoughts that are limiting you as we speak, and that is why you're not making gains. Let me use an analogy for you, right? Imagine you have a bucket and you're trying to fill this bucket up with water, right? And let's say the water is, in this analogy, self-improvement. You're trying to fill the water in the bucket. But the thing is, the bucket has holes. It has a bunch of tiny holes. Some are big, some are small, but it has a bunch of holes. What's going to happen? When you fill the bucket up with water, the water is just going to escape through the holes. The bucket is your mind. The holes is your limiting beliefs, and the water is the self-improvement. So if you try to fill up your life with self-improvement, it will fail because you have so many limiting beliefs that let the water just escape, that basically destroy your self-improvement progress. So there are some limiting beliefs that I'm going to rewire for you in this one part of the guide, and you just need to listen to them, right? There's limiting beliefs such as I can't achieve that. I can't get a grade 9. I can't get that physique because it's genetics. Greg Doucette said genetics, he's not natural. Or maybe pessimism. I can't do this, I can't do that. It's all the same thing. It's all limiting beliefs. That thing that I'm trying to achieve, that goal is too hard. Right? That goal is too hard and I can't do it. Maybe that's one belief. Right? A little bit of corn is okay. All of these beliefs just fundamentally limit you. Like, I can have a cheat day 2 days a week. You affirm to yourself all of these beliefs, and there is some logic in them, but the thing is, they still limit you. So you need to understand that these beliefs don't actually serve you. They take away from your progress, and that is why you've not seen gains this entire time. A quick side tangent that you need to understand, right? You are at this point of life where you have made no progress and you are stuck in life because of your brain. So just know, when you listen to your brain, it hasn't led you to a good place in life. So one of the best pieces of advice that I've ever heard is, don't listen to your own brain, listen to the brain of the person who has the goals that you want. So it's like I have bridged this gap between being a loser. I used to be a complete loser. I used to wake up and goon 5 times a day minimum. And then I would go play video games for hours, wasting time. And then I would eat junk food. And whilst I was eating junk food, I would fat. It's things like these, bro. Like in the same day, I would do so many bad habits, bro. And I used to be so bad. I just try not to think about that part of my life now, because I've improved so much. Looking back now, I am so proud of the progress that I've made. And the reason for that is I've cut out all the bad habits. I have affirmed to myself, and I've made an active decision to rewire the limiting beliefs. So you need to understand the key fundamental step to making progress and self-improvement is understanding limiting beliefs and how you can rewire them. And the more you rewire these limiting beliefs that are like the metaphorical holes in your bucket of life, the more you can fill your bucket up with water. The more life energy that you can bring back into your life, right? So another limiting beliefs that I can think of is some limiting friends that hold you back from your fullest potential. There are some friends that you know right now don't serve your fullest potential. You know, if you were successful, you wouldn't be friends with these people. You know for a fact. So why do you keep these people in your life still? Because they detach you from your self-improvement journey, from your growth. And you know why? Because they're crabs. When they see you making progress, they feel insecure and they will pull you away. And those are the type of people that you should not be friends with, because they detract away from your life. So it's time that you choose yourself over them, bro. You need to choose. Do you want to achieve your greatest potential, or do you want to be friends just for instant pleasure? Be friends with these retards who literally take away from you. You need to decide, bro. Because this path of self-improvement is extreme. I got onto this monk mode protocol that we can describe as military discipline. I cut out every single bad habit, and every part of my day was regimented. 5:30 a.m., 6 o'clock, wake up, 6 to 6:30, meditate. It's regimented. Every single part of my day is planned out. And I had to follow the routine. It's like the extreme version of the school routine that you have. 10 o'clock maths, 11 o'clock science, 12 o'clock lunch. Like, when you do that, when you stick to that, you make so much progress. But you can't stick to that if you have all of like this other bullshit in your life. If you have friends that detract away from your self-improvement, if you have your limiting beliefs, you yourself are not on your side. Let's be real here. Your brain is not on your side, because your brain is addicted to TikTok. Your brain is addicted to vapes. Your brain is addicted to corn. Your brain has not led you to a good place. So can you trust your own brain? Think about what I've just said, right? So I want you to affirm to yourself, do you want to achieve your fullest potential? Let's be very clear with yourself. Do you want to achieve your fullest potential? Yes or no? Because if the answer is yes, bro, I'm just telling you what you need to do. You need to cut out these bad habits. You need to cut out these friends. Because your fullest potential, let's be real, he is not doing these bad habits. He does not have TikTok. He does not have Snapchat. He does not even go on his phone that much. His phone is black and white, just like mine. And he has no friends, basically no social life. But the thing is, the reason for that is because any friends he could have had are not really friends. You all are just friends with the same vape. You guys are just friends with the same drug. So you have to go alone for a while until you meet higher quality people, because the higher quality people will not want to be friends with you if you are low quality, or if you're friends with low quality people, which shows that you are a low quality person. So these friends that you have, most likely they scroll, they play video games, they vape, and you can try to convince them, but you need to convince yourself first to get onto this path. And if I were you, I would just abandon everything. I would abandon them, I would abandon Snapchat, I would abandon Instagram, I would just delete every single social media app. I would disconnect off of social media, because that's what I've done now. I've disconnected from social media. I do not have any social media app on my phone. Zero. My phone is permanently on black and white. That is the level of extremism that you have to get to. Because this is the type of people we are, bro. It is either, like, we're fucked up in a sense, right? We play so many hours of video games. We are like one of the extreme ends. We can either be extremely drug addicted, extremely vape addicted, extremely social media addicted, or we can be extremely successful. And it's one of the two extremes. You can't be in the middle. Like 1 hour of video games, maybe it's fine for normal people, but we are not normal. I've known for a while that I am not normal, because I used to be the worst of the worst, and now I have improved at such a significant rate. And you can do the same. Just start getting hyped up and think to yourself, bro, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. It is just through this self-improvement path where you have to discard these addictions. You have to discard these addictions. So you have to follow step 1, realizing that these bad habits that you have are bad. And step 2, these limiting beliefs like I can't, or that thing's too hard, or these friends, oh, a little bit of corn is fine. No, it's not. You're better than even playing 1 second of video games. You're better than watching even 1 second of anime, watching 1 second of Netflix. You're better than even messaging one retard on Snapchat, on Instagram, or any social media app. You are better than that, bro. You've learned about this, bro. You've just not been able to take action, and I'm giving you the cue right now, bro. You can do it right now as we speak. You can delete the apps and you can listen to what I'm saying. Just full screen this and just listen just intently to what I'm saying to you, because I used to be just like you. I used to be such a down bad retard. I would look some dark days, man. Step 3, self-improvement. So now we actually get to the good stuff, right? Like the hard bit's done. By now you have already cut out the bad habits. You have cut out the corn, the video games, the junk food, the vapes, the social media, the bad friends. You've cut all of them out. By cut, I mean like detach yourself from them. If you still have to go to school with them, fine. But out of school, just say your phone broke or something. Just do not speak to these people. So by now you've done that. Now we can start taking your self-improvement seriously, right? The first habit that you can do is meditation. Meditation gets you to the point where your brain actually works. You need to understand, right? These habits will build the foundational skills that I call them. So the foundational skills, let's go through them quickly, is first and foremost, discipline and willpower. Those are the two I will go through in this video, right? Discipline is doing the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. This is a character trait that you need to develop inside of yourself, cultivate it inside of yourself to make extremely fast progress, because you will go to the gym on those days you don't feel like it. You will do things. You will do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. That is a powerful principle that you can integrate right now by doing these skills, by doing these habits that will level up the skill of discipline. And the first actionable step in this part of the guide is meditation, right? First, I will go through a prerequisite. Set small goals. You are not at the point where you can set big, ambitious goals. Not yet, because you have destroyed your dopamine receptors to the point where you are not motivated for anything. First, what you need to do is build momentum, bro. So the way you build momentum is you start small and you progressively overload. It's the same principle as the gym. So do this with me, right? This is your actionable step. Close your eyes and just take a deep, like a 5-second breath. This is your first ever meditation practice, right? Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Be extremely present through that breath. Be extremely present. Just notice the sensations and breathe out. And this is your first actionable step that you've just completed. You've made progress. You should set goals so small that they seem like you're almost like smug. You could do that easily. But the thing is, you need to lower your ego for a bit, because it is your brain that has led you here. And it is this actionable step that will actually build you momentum. Now, today, you've done 5 seconds, but you might accidentally do 10 seconds. You might accidentally do 15 seconds. And you can build that up. Self-improvement becomes fun when you just build it up. When you make progress. Because progress is the greatest motivation. When you go to the gym and you notice like the gains of the gym, you are more motivated to go to the gym. Therefore, if you come meditate and you just notice the gains, bro, you are more present. Your mental health has just improved by 1% because you did that breath. Now, you will compound this habit. Every single day you will add 5 seconds. 5 seconds today, and then 10 seconds tomorrow, 20 seconds the day after, and then in a week, you will be at like maybe 2 minutes of meditation. That's progress. In a month, you'll be maybe at 5 minutes. In 2 months, 10 minutes. In 3 months, 20 minutes. Bro, you will build it up. And you will get to a point where you can meditate an hour a day. And that is when you realize, bro, self-improvement is fun. Improving yourself is the video game that you've been missing in your life this entire time. You've been trying to level up in League or Valorant or all of these like video games, Call of Duty, all of that, bro. But you've abandoned your own life. What happened to real life? What happened to leveling up in real life, bro? You can go to the gym, build muscle. You've just leveled up another area of life. In life, this is your character. Look around. This is your playground. So in this part of the guide, bro, drop your ego for a second and just do the habits. Make this habit tracker with me, right? So grab a piece of paper, right? Grab a piece of paper and make this with me, right? This is your actionable step. So write down meditation. This is your first habit that you will have. Meditation, right? And you'll only do 3 of these habits, right? I will write down only 3. And your whole point of this is just build it up over time. That's it. So meditation, that's your first. So in the second box, write cold shower. Cold shower. And in the third box, write gratitude. Gratitude. What you need to do with this piece of paper, just have it on your table. Just have it on your table, and every single time that you do these habits, just tick the box. Tick the box and write down how many seconds you did that box for. So for example, we've just done meditation and I've wrote 5 seconds. So that's progress, and every single day you will see this number improve, and you will see that you've been ticking off the boxes. And this habit tracker that you've just made will help you, because you can see, oh, okay, I've been slacking on this habit and I need to work on this. And the way I can work on it is this, this, and this. And your mind will start generating ideas for your improvement. Before, your mind was generating ideas on how to level up in like the video game that you were playing, or maybe like, I don't know, what vape you should buy, or like what junk food you should. Now you generate thoughts of how to actually improve in life. Your brain is automatically designed to generate thoughts of success, of positivity, of growth, of development, right? So that is how you get to a point of just self-improvement, where you just completely cut out all of the bad habits. And of course, you'll end up slacking on some bits. All you have to do is just return back to the basics. Because in every sport, why is there an emphasis on practicing the basics? Like for boxing, for example, right? I do boxing, and my coach always says to me, practice the basics. Don't be Floyd Mayweather. Don't be all of the, like, don't imitate the greats. The greats, all they do is they practice the basics over and over and over again, and they perfect the basics. They perfect their technique. In self-improvement, the basics comes down to meditation. The basics comes down to discipline. The basics comes down to gratitude and presence. So it is these fundamental habits that will rewire your mental health in just 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks and just watch what happens to your mental health. You will be happier than ever, and also you will start to make progress in real life, which is way more rewarding than making progress in some pixels on a screen, bro. So in this part of the video, just understand that self-improvement is the real video game. This is where the real fun is. You've been missing out on this fun for so long, and it's time that you actually experience this fun. You actually experience the fun of seeing yourself grow. Every single month you look at yourself in the mirror, you look better. Every single month you see your progress go up and up and up and up. And it is that will give you progress, that will give you momentum to keep going, to keep showing up for meditation, to keep writing gratitude journaling, right? So for the gratitude box, all you have to do is write down one sentence that you're grateful for. Like, I'm grateful for the pen. And you can literally write one word if you want. Mom. And you get to tick the box. But usually when you have the energy to write down one word, then you can usually write more words. Like, you almost accidentally end up writing more. And that is where, that's where the fun is, right? And when you do a cold shower, usually you can just show up, do the cold shower, but you'll actually want to stay in the cold for longer, because you will see when you step out of the cold shower, you feel so energetic. You can walk around, move around, you feel alive. And that is what self-improvement does to you. It makes you feel alive. Okay, so now you've done the first 3 steps of this protocol. Let's go on to the last step. And this step is about goals. So here's your actionable step for this part of the guide, right? So get a piece of paper again and write down your 3 most important goals. Your 3 most important goals that you want to achieve by the end of 2026, right? So what do you want December to look like? Write the goals down. So now that you've written down your goals, it's time for visualizations, right? So close your eyes and just visualize how it feels to achieve these goals that you've just written down. For me, it's achieving a great physique, bulking up, gaining the size, the respect, the strength, as I walk around with improved posture, and I walk around the people who doubted me the people who used to bully me, the people who now respect me because I've trained martial arts and I've improved myself to such a high level. Visualize that for yourself and just imagine the pats on the back, the warm welcome, the respect from your family, the respect from the people around you. Imagine what that feels like. Now open your eyes, because you can get to that point faster than you think you can, and it is all through self-improvement. And in this 4-step process that I've just walked you through, I've taught you in step 1, accepting your bad habits, accepting that they are bad. In step 2, we confronted your limiting beliefs, like the beliefs that you can't do certain things, the beliefs that you cannot achieve this thing and you can't do that. You rewired your limiting beliefs. And in step 3, I taught you like the fundamentals, your basic attack, because your basic attack this entire time has been like when you're bored playing video games, when you're bored gooning. But now you know when you're bored, you can just learn. You can learn and you can implement. So that is your 4-step process to monk mode. So I hope this video has provided you with value. Subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Safe.